Good morning, class. Welcome to St. Peter's School. This is our science class and this is our fifth class. So today we are going to start with a different topic, that is adaptation in animals. We have covered up to the topic, what are the adaptation done by the plants, and we little bit discuss about this term, like what type of adaptation is done by the animals, and why such adaptation created to survive in the given environment. So today we are going to discuss about, and on the basis of these adaptation in animals are categorized into a different groups, like amphibian animals, reptiles animals, aquatic animals, and grassland animals, forest animals. So we are going to like discuss about all the topics one by one. Okay, so before starting the class, I would request all the students, please take out your books and keep in front of you while watching the video. The page number, take out page number 4. Now, first point is adaptation in aquatic plants. So we will discuss about the adaptation done by the aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are those animals which lives in water, that is known as the aquatic animals. Aquatic animals have lots of adaptations for moving in the water. Why they have to do such type of adaptation? To move in a water, to survive in a water. Like streamlined design, we have seen that fish has a wavy structure. You can see there is a structure of fish given on your page number 4. You can see there that they have a few adaptation, like scales is nothing, that is a streamlined design, or you can say scaly structure, scaly waveline pattern is there on their body. Gills, we all know that like respiration is done by the fish under the water through the help of gills only. Fins, they have a very fine wing, you can see that that is known as fins. Okay, another adaptation, like streamlined design, flippers and a swim bladder. They have a swim bladder inside their body which acts like a ballast for the fish. They helps the fish to like float in a water, you can say like this. Oxygen is transferred from the water through organs called gills in the fish. From the childhood days we are studying this, that like fish respires with the help of gills. Like we have lungs, but fish respires through gills. Oxygen is transferred from water through organs called gills in fish, sharks, and rays. So fish, sharks, and rays, whatever comes under the fish category, will respire with the help of gills only. And they have a swim bladder in their body. Might be you have seen, if sometimes you have seen a cutted fish, you can see that bladder. So that bladder helps in them to float into the water. Now the first point is the aquatic animals show a modified structure of body. What are the modified structure? As we have already discussed, that is streamlined design, flippers, swim bladders with fins, and given on your book, scales, gills. These all are the adaptation, modified structure of their body. Tapering spindle shaped body with the scales and fins for swimming. Tapering spindle shape means they are not wide in structure. They have a tapering structure. Structure means like they are thin structure, and they are large, but they are thin in structure. They are not bulky like a lion or the tiger. They are flattened. They have flattened body. Okay, tapering spindle shaped body with the scales, and they have scales on their body. Fins help them in swimming. Respiration by gills, air bladders within the body for floating. As I have already told you this point, that those bladder helps them to float in a water. Respiration done by the help of gills. You can see there are some images I have given you regarding the aquatic animals. You can see here there are lots of varieties of fish under the water. Starfish is there, and dolphins. You can see there is a dolphin, and so these all fish category animals are comes under the aquatic animals. Okay, so what are the adaptation we studied about the fish adaptation, that is scales on their body, fins, they have fins, they are proper wings, that is known as fins, and they have a scaly structure on their body, they have gills to respire under the water, and they have a bladder that helps them in floating in a water. Okay, So now we are done with the aquatic animal adaptation. Now we will come to the next topic, that is adaptation in amphibians. Now what is amphibians? I know you might will get confused because the amphibian term is not given in your book. Yes, you can see here at the page number 5, you will see that the first paragraph, just lower to the first paragraph, there is two lines like above the adaptation in forest and grassland animal. Just look above that point, there is a written make a list of names of some other amphibians you know and study their adaptation. Yes, the amphibians are those animals which lives in water as well as land. From the childhood days we are going studying this water amphibian animals, the animals which lives in water as well as on a land. The amphibians term was initially used as a general adjective for animals that could live on land or in water. Yes, we are studying this point from the childhood days. Now, amphibious animals, animals that live both on land and water, are called amphibious animals. Some other animals like water snakes, water snakes. Okay, some snakes also lives on land, but there are some specific snakes that lives only under the water. Crocodiles, tortoise. We also know that tortoise have also a two group, that is turtle and that is tortoise. Okay, crabs also spend a part of their life in water and part of on the land. So they can survive both at the land also and under the water also. But there are also some specific animals which like specifically lives on land only, and they have other groups which lives in a water also. Like, for example, snakes. Some snakes like cannot lives in water, but some snakes can easily lives in water. Okay, so third point given here is frog is an amphibian. We all know it on this point from the childhood days that frog is an amphibian animal. It inhabits both land and water. Being a true amphibian, it can breathe in water with the help of skin, and when on land it breathes with the nose and the lungs. Okay, so frog has a nose and a proper lung. They don't have gills to respire under the water, but how they respire if they are in water? They respire through their skin. Their skin helps them to respire under the water. So that is the adaptation done by the frog to survive under the water. That is skin adaptation. Skin is have such characteristics that helps the frog to respire under the water. So that's why frog is considered as an amphibian animals, and this is the adaptation done by the amphibian animals. Duck is a bird. It cannot take oxygen dissolved in water. It breathes only with the help of lung. Okay, ducks lives in the water, but it has no gills, no, so to respire under the water. But what happens? They float on water, but don't go inside the water. You have seen duck always float on the water, and it respires through the air only. It has a proper lung, but duck has a, you can see then there the picture is given in your, they has a wavy leg structure. As the frog and duck have webbed toes, they can use their legs like oars. Water flows off the waxy feather of birds like duck and water hen, and webbed toes, slippery smooth skin, and a triangular head help frogs to swim easily through the water. Look at the page number 5, first paragraph, that ducks have a webbed structure toes that and slippery and smoothie skin that helps them to survive inside the water. They don't get, their legs don't get wet because the legs are waxy in nature, slippery in nature, smooth skin they have. The water doesn't they don't, their body doesn't absorb the water. They are smooth in nature. Nature skin are smooth in nature. Triangular head help them to frogs to swim easily through the water. These all characteristics help them to swim in the water. So frog has a skin, helps in respiration in the water, inside the water. And what characteristics duck have to survive in water? It has a feather of birds like duck. Sorry, toes, webbed toes, slippery, smooth skin, and triangular head help to survive duck into the water. So these all are the adaptation done by the duck. Tortoise is a reptile that cannot breathe in a water. Come to the my point given in the video. Tortoise is a reptile that cannot breathe in water. It puts its nose out of the water to get some air. Okay. it cannot it don't have also the tortoise also don't have gills to respire under the water. Tortoise is a reptile that cannot breathe in water. It puts its nose out of the water to get some air. So whenever he has to it has to respire, what they do, they take out their nose of the out of the water, and they respire, and they again goes into the water. There are webbed toes in the frog, duck, or like legs. Both these helps in swimming. Okay, so web toes, what is the work of web toes? They help in them in swimming, and all of them, duck also have web toes, and frog also have web toes. So whatever animals who cannot go survive under the water, but they can go in water, have a web toes to float. Waxy coating on feathers helps in quick draining of water in birds like duck and water hen. We discussed about this point that they have a waxy coating on the feathers also, on their legs also, that helps in quick draining of water. Okay. Now here some example I have given you related to the amphibian animals only. You can see there is a tortoise, there is a there is a frog. You can see there's some like a crocodile also. And what they do, they lives under the water, but they also comes on the land. Okay, so in next class we will discuss about the further adaptation done by the animals, like adaptation in forest and grassland animals, adaptation in desert animals. Okay, so there are lots of adaptation more done with by the animals, and after that we will move to the exercise. So by the time what we are going to do, you are going to keep revising all the terms, or all the adaptation done by the plants, and what all the adaptation we have studied up to in the animals. We have to just keep revising all the points. Okay, so we will now meet in the second class. Till the time, take care and bye bye.